Hi, this is a video specifically about adding a new category to the website. So as we see on the services page, we have all these categories. These are 17 here. And this video is to explain and outline and to walk through the process of adding a new category to this services page. So there's 3 steps here. The 3 steps are: number 1, adding the new category to the database. Number 2, adding the new category to the menu so that it appears in the menu. And number 3, adding the new category to the services page. So there's three individual steps. As I said, number 1, adding the new category. Number 2, making sure the new category appears on the menu in this drop-down menu. And number 3, updating the services page so that it also includes items that are in the new category. So we take those in turn. And first one, adding a new category. We go to the dashboard of the website. Go to the dashboard of the website. We go to services, hover over services, and we'll see service category. So I click on services category. We can add a new category here. And so let's do a test category, and all the other stuff can stay empty. And I click on add new category. This appears over here on the right hand side. So test category, we've just created this. So this has created the new category. And if I go to the existing services and, for instance, edit, say, the AIM family support, once I get into this, I can add this family support, AIM family support service item to this new category that I've just created. It should appear in this box, list of checkboxes here. So if I scroll down, we see test category, and I click on test category, and I click on update. So when I find the AIM family support page in the front end, I will see that it is listed in 2 different categories. So we see here this is in family support and in test category. So that is the process of adding a new category to the site. So we've added a new category and we've edited this AIM family support so that it goes into this new category. And that's step 1. The other 2 steps are how do we get this into the menu, and how does the services page display the content that's in this new category. So the second part of this is making sure that this new test category that we've just created appears in this list of categories in the menu. So to do that, I need to go back to the dashboard. I need to go back to the dashboard, and I need to go to the appearance section on the left, and I need to click on customize. This will bring up a new menu. So this is the theme menu here, and I click on menus here to edit here, and I click on this menu 1. So there's only one main menu in the site, and I click on this to edit. As you'll see here, there's the full list of items that are on the menu are appearing on here. And including all the items there within the services page, we see all these subcategories, service categories here. In order to add an item to this, I click on the button Add Items. Then we navigate. We find here, this opens up this other menu, and we scroll to or find at the bottom this service category. If I click on there and I scroll again here, I should be able to find my new test category item, and I do, and I find it here. You can see when I press plus here, it adds it over here on the left hand side. Now this is just going to go at the bottom after contact us and links. I don't want it to appear there. I want it to appear alongside youth services and youth groups underneath the services drop down. So if I just click and hold, I can drag this up the way. And drop it in there for now, just to make sure it's in the correct alphabetical order. I can drag it above youth clubs. So again, it's after sports groups, it's before youth clubs. And if I click on publish, and then click on X here, it should bring up the site. It's going to bring back the menu. If I go to visit site and hover over this services tab, I should now see that the test category is there. Now it has added it between the social welfare and sports groups. So I'm just going to go back into that menu to make sure that I didn't just drop it into the wrong place. But it is appearing in the menu. For now, I can go back to the dashboard just to go through that process again, just to make sure it's in the right place. I go to Appearance, I click on Customize, I click on Menus, I click on Menu 1, and if I scroll to find my test category, you can see it is actually in the wrong place. So I'll just drag it beneath Sports Groups, and I click on Publish. And again, if I just open up a new tab here, go to the site, and hopefully within the Services button, when this loads, hopefully we will see test category in the right place, and we do. So that's Sports Groups and before U Clubs. So test category is there. So they're the two things we need to bear in mind. The key things is creating the category and adding it to the menu. The third step, as I said, there was three steps to this for the involved process to create categories. And the one thing I would add at this point is that this shouldn't necessarily be happening very often. I think this might be a once a year exercise where you have to add new categories or even maybe remove some categories from the site. So hopefully you won't need to be going through this process too often. But the first two steps that we've already done is adding the new category to the database, and number two, adding that category to the menu. So we've added it to the database, we've added it to the menu. The third step that we do need to bear in mind is what appears within the services page. So when I click on the services page, if I've created a new service and just added it to one new category, which is that test category that I've created, it won't appear here because effectively this page is not right now is not expecting items from this new test category to appear here. So we need to edit this page to add this category to this page, as well as what we've just done a moment ago and added it to the menu. Hope that's making sense. There's just two different things here. There's the services page, which is this, and there's the items within the services menu, which is this. So the services page is not bringing in items from the test category that we just created. So we need to edit this services page so that it brings in that content, any content that's categorized as being in this new test category that we just created. In order to do that, on this page, again, once we're logged in, I click on Edit Page. And just follow me through the process here. Don't mind about the terminology. This says blog posts. Nothing to do with blogs. It's just the fact that the services are effectively treated as a blog content type within the WordPress database. That you don't need to worry about that entirely, but just in terms of the terminology, the blog post here is the place which is bringing in the services on the front end of the site. So if I click on this button here, so this is telling me this is what's governing or ruling what appears on the services page of the site, and it's bringing in services, and it's bringing in services from all of these categories here. So we will see that the ones in blue are highlighted. They're the ones that are coming into that are being displayed on the services page. You will notice the ones that are not are the ones that we added to the programs page. So antenatal and birth, early years, primary school and secondary school. We also noticed this one in white, which is test category. So we want to add that to the page. And the way to do that is to hold down the control button. So it's usually the bottom left button on your keyboard. So we hold down the control button and click on test category. So again, holding down the control button just basically multiple select. So I can click on social welfare and groups and deselect test category or select it again. So all that is with the control button pressed. If I didn't effectively have the control button pressed and I clicked on test category, that would be the only one that it would select. So I want to be able to select multiple. So I go back in there, I just didn't save that. I go back in there, click on services, and then I scroll to the test category that I've just created, press Control CTRL button on the left bottom of your keyboard and click with the mouse against test category. And then I click on save. So once I update that page, basically what I've done now is I have added content that's in the new test category that we've just created will appear here on this long list of services. Equally, a minute ago, we added the test category to the menu, and I can click there. I did edit the AIM family support so that it was appearing within test category. I can go in and edit that service now just to deselect that test category so that it basically doesn't appear there anymore. And again, when I go back to the front end of the site, click on the services page, or click on the test category here, this should now be empty because I've basically removed AIM family support from this test category. And nothing found, absolutely. So that's as expected. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go back to the menu, remove test category from the menu, and then I'm going to remove the test category we've created from the list of categories, so that we just go down here, find that test category, click this little downward arrow and click remove, and that removes it from the menu, and click on publish so that the menu is, when I go back to the front end of the site, the menu now on services should now not have test category in, and it doesn't because I've just removed it. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. This video was all about adding categories to the site. Number one, making sure that the new category appears on the menu. Number two, and then making sure that any content within that new category is also displayed within the services tab here. And equally, the information that I've supplied here also applies to the programs area, given that they are all the content in there is part of effectively the same services database, and it's just the different categories that are displayed within programs and services. Hope this is helpful. Any questions, very happy to answer.